But what people don't understand is that they utilize that in ancient times.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this is
Yeah,
something
no, no,
different.
no. But like I said, I mean, they had an understanding of the human mind already, so they would
Yes,
have understood psychology. Now
very much
you've
so.
opened up a whole like door with this one though.
Yes. And so this is what people don't understand. So anytime you're dealing with that type of thing, of course, going into what they would call the seances, they would go into different types of like rituals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mind altering, they call them mind altering drugs, but of course these are natural plants and herbs and other things, right? That would be able to put them into a different type of mental state. So they would need a vision to be able to do these things. Of course, it's mentioned in the Bible where you're talking about the witch of Endor, where you're talking about the people in Canaan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's different types of people who have done these things, right? So we see this project or MK Ultra as something that's new, but of course it's a new way of looking at things. But the ancients also had a similar type of way. It was just something that was done more on a natural process.
Right. Okay. 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 We had a question in the comments for you. Okay. Is there a difference between the brain and the mind? I only ask because the brain we find and study, but the mind cannot, like, some can only study someone else's brain.
All right, so but this is where I'll talk about that. So yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So yeah, the brain is different from the mind. The mind, okay, is what is called consciousness or energy that is separated from the brain.
Right.
So what people think that the mind is the brain, but it's not.
Okay.
The brain all in itself,
Yeah.
okay, is that organ. But what people don't understand is the mind is, of course, this this sensation,
Right.
energy, okay, that's able to be manipulated in the mind. So
Yeah.
yes, it is a separate thing from that.
Yeah.
So people, so I wanted to kind of just start off with that. So the question to that in the chat room is yes, there is a difference.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think that was pretty succinct there. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so it is because see what's happening is people don't understand what that looks like. So here we go. So there's a couple of things I want to put up there so we can be able to see what's going on. And of course, I had to put Nine World Chronicle symbol up there.
Yes. Let me download this right here. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Let me to the right folder. Oh, come on here. And this one.
Okay, so we saw this last week, but that one, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So Nine World Chronicle. So we're looking at the eye, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so you see the eye. What do you see there? See, I want to talk about this a little bit because this is very important because when we are talking about looking at something like this,
Uh huh.
that's what we think it is.
Right.
So for all of us, they say it's the eye of Providence,
Uh huh.
it's the eye of Horus, it's the eye of Ra,
Mm-hmm.
right? They have these type of things. Okay, so what people don't understand is the eye is actually talking about your brain. So the eye is the brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
The eye
that's
is
what
the
it is.
brain. Okay.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Yeah.
And so this eye represents everything that's about your senses.
Okay.
So you're right. So this makes up what is called the eye in a complete sense. So you have your seeing, your hearing, your taste, touch, all of your senses.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh huh.
makes up this eye. This eye of what? This eye of consciousness.
Okay.
This eye of consciousness that's able to relate through through the physical world.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this eye is talking about. The eyeball that you're looking at is talking about your pineal gland, which
Yeah.
is inside
Yeah.
of your brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I've heard
the
of
eye
that.
itself, yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So the eye is talking about the brain, but if you bring this in up again, yeah, just
Yeah.
move that in front. Okay, just get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can close this one out.
All right.
There you go. There you go. Perfect. So now we have the end. The end represents in the Badu nature, as you can see, it looks like waves.
Yeah. It looks like waves. Yeah.
Okay, this waves has a lot to do with that because I want to be able to show you a next picture
Okay.
that I just sent to you. So this is exactly what I've been trying to explain since the last time. Okay, so this represents waves. Wait, what type of waves? These waves are energy waves.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
You see that?
yeah.
You see the representation
Yeah,
there?
absolutely.
Okay, so this is representing these waves. What type of waves are we talking about? Sound waves,
Mm-hmm.
energy waves.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it's talking about. That's connecting to a person's brain. Now, remember, now the brain is separate from the mind.
Right, right.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so now, so you can see this picture, but I wanted to let you know it represents or connects to the dimension.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
absolutely, absolutely.
because that's exactly what you're looking at. So I wanted people to see this connection because, again, we were talking about energy. You're talking about consciousness. Again, what I wanted to show you was the eye. The eye is very important for
Right.
lots of reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, so the eye represents a lot that has a lot to do with your four brains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your four brains. Okay, so your first brain is your animal brain. Okay,
Okay.
okay. The second brain is your human nature or your human brain.
Okay.
The third is the intellectual brain,
Yeah.
part of you, and
Mm-hmm.
then the last is emotional brain. So these four brains make up what we know, okay, as how we're able to relate. That's
Right.
why you see Haru on top of the head of the Nasuket.
Right. Right.
That's why you see Sitesh on the top. Okay, they're talking about animal brain.
Okay.
Okay, intellectual brain is you see the cone here. They put on the different types of crown, the intellectual part of it.
Mm-hmm.
The emotional part of you. We talk about nurturing, for example, Sekhmet.
Right.
Okay, so these things make up the four brains what we're talking about. But as you can see, this side now is saying now you see waves.
Right.
Okay, very important to see, and our four brains.
Okay.
Okay,
So, and if I'm correct, if we go back to like the beginning, the Ogdenwood story, it is about vibration, ultimately, right?
well, yeah, it's all about vibration because energy is how all consciousness exists.
Right.
Okay, but we understand that right because we know what is the most the oldest in the creation, which is of course water.
Mm-hmm.
Right, water holds more memory than anything on planet Earth.
Yeah, that's very true. Water holds more memory than anything else. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
that's the most important thing to know.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
in the water, there's consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, in the Inuit, consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. We're talking about these different types of things, and so when people are saying, okay, anything when we're talking about the Banu bird, or we're talking about when all the consciousness because of of course, the squeaking of the Banu bird that woke everything became awoken or
Right.
awakened.
Right.
Consciousness
Right.
to awaken,
Right.
right? So all of this thing is talking about that. Remember, consciousness is everything,
Mm-hmm.
everything in water, above water, below, as so below, right?
Yeah. So
So
above.
above, so
Yes.
below, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that's what we're looking at. So I wanted people to actually see this because this is how our brain works 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is exactly how it is.
Yeah.
But what people don't understand is the end is very important because of the method is talking about the wave, and so we're talking about that in right, Mantu or Menentu. We're talking about the N word,
Right.
Nekbet,
Mm-hmm.
the N word. All this represents consciousness in this form of energy.
Right. Right. That's pretty profound because the connection with water, obviously water is like the medium from which all this stuff came forth. And it's kind of funny when you other faiths have latched on to the idea of the memory of water. I was doing some reading about some of those old Kraken cults, those Kraken type cults, who was all about sea creatures, right? And the reason why they were held in such regard is because their home was the depths of the ocean. That is where the deepest memories of the planet reside, is in those deepest
Absolutely.
waters, right? So there has always been in multiple belief systems, there has always been a belief about the power of water, specifically the memory of water to capture those waves and remember
That's
those
correct.
waves. Those waves are all like we are also significantly made up of water. So that natural attunement to those waves, right, is there because of that water transfer.
Exactly. So the reason why I wanted to talk about the eye in the beginning is
Mm-hmm.
people think it's your natural eye, but it's not.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
your eye only gets actually 1% of actually what you're actually really seeing.
Right.
1%.
Right.
Okay, what's happening is that when it enters through, okay, this retina, we're talking about this energy, this light.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's happening here? these brain waves that you're seeing is making up of all the other stuff, right? That's conditioned. We're talking about your neurons, your
Right.
senses, right?
Right.
This is what's happening with that. But we think we see 100% of everything we see every day, but we don't.
Right. Your brain just does a good job putting together an image.
And that's exactly what it does.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you're functioning on these four brains that I just mentioned about, right?
Right.
Okay, and that's based on that. But when you see the eye from now on and right moving forward, it's not just the actual eye. It's talking about consciousness, right? How you relate through your senses.
Right. Right. That's very powerful. Yeah, I've seen that kind of transpose over like the pineal gland. It kind of fits over that very symbol there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, the whole point of this symbolism is that when I see people wear it, I don't think they really understand the true meaning of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, and that's why I ask people: Is that the eye of Peru? Is that the eye of Ra? Whatever. They're not understanding what the differences are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if you are to be in this conscious state, then you would understand exactly what it is. But I think people would just wear it because it looks good. But
Yeah.
of course, not understanding in its totality how it relates to their physical being.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now
Okay.
I wanted to pull this image up real quick if I can.